Hello, welcome to English with Mike. Sentence interpretation. How would you interpret sentence number 11? William Shakespeare is the poet of all ages. Does it mean that William Shakespeare's poetry is always relevant? Does it mean that William Shakespeare is the best poet ever? Poet, not poet. Does it mean that William Shakespeare is always alive with his poetry, or that William Shakespeare wrote poems in all ages? Which of these sentences is the best possible interpretation of William Shakespeare is the poet of all ages? 30 seconds or less, please check. Time up. So, what's the correct option? Should you choose A or rather D or C or B? None of them is correct. The answer is A. Option A is correct. William Shakespeare is the poet of all ages. Does not mean that William Shakespeare has been writing poems down to our day. As we know, he died over how many hundreds of years ago. He is no longer alive. So he does not write poems in all ages. In fact, he didn't even do that. William Shakespeare is always alive with his poetry would mean the same thing as option D. So option D is merely, or rather C, is merely a reshuffle kind of option D. And what's the problem with B? The poet of all ages, would that not make him the best poet ever? Well, it's a bit controversial. Suppose that there is another poet of all ages. It's possible for you to have many poets of all ages, that is, poets whose literary works have always been relevant. And I know quite a number of them apart from William Shakespeare. But we will discuss that sometime later when we introduced fully English in relation to literary studies, literary appreciation, literary principles, literary dogma, and so on. So the answer is A. Whenever you hear somebody is whatever of all ages, it means that he is always useful. Did you get it right? Hopefully you did. Watch out for question number 12. So here it is, question number 12. Unlike you, Peter is not a liar. Unlike, not unlike. Peter is not a liar, unlike you. Peter is not a liar like you. Neither you nor Peter is a liar. Either you or Peter is a liar. Which is the best interpretation of unlike you, Peter is not a liar? 30 seconds or less. Okay. Are we set? What goes there? You can ask the teacher or the host. I think that the correct option is not A, which many people may have chosen. Do you know that A is a mere repositioning of the main sentence? It just repositions the elements of this sentence. It does not interpret this sentence. Take note, this does not in any way interpret this sentence. It only repositions the words. If you look, you find out that every word there is here. No interpretation, I'm sorry. This is out of it. Peter is not a liar like you. Why would this be correct when we said unlike? How does unlike become like? Well, unlike you means that he is not like you. It means that you and Peter are not the same. So then these two options must leave us. Neither you nor Peter means that you are the same. Either you or Peter also means you are the same. How so? Well, this means Peter is not a liar and you are not a liar either. So you are the same as Peter in that respect. And it is clear here, either you or Peter is a liar means that you are the same. It means that you are the same. But the original sentence means that you are not the same. Don't let it confuse you. So if this doesn't go either, because both of them mean that you and Peter are the same. If he is not, you are not. If he is, you are. So both of them must be eliminated. And the only one left is option B, which says that or shows that Peter is not like you, in the sense that you are not, or you are a liar, but Peter is not a liar. The sentence here says Peter is not a liar, but this one says it is possible that Peter is a liar. All right? It should be clear by now. If it is not, please drop your query or objection in the comment section below. Really, you should be commenting. Ask your questions, raise your objections, drop whatever comments or inquiries you have here. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can receive regular updates and whatever is presented on this platform. Okay, so we'll take the last question in this episode, question number 13. I hope you got this one right. You always do, I trust. The climax of this episode is a very tricky question. Tricky, remember, not trickish. A very tricky question. Would you mind having some tea? A question is asked, and the response, yes, I would. It means it's a conversation. So someone asks you, would you mind having some tea? And your answer is, yes, I would. What does your answer mean? Does it mean, please give me the tea? Does it mean, I would appreciate the tea? Does it mean, no, I don't like tea? Or, no, I don't want to have tea? Be careful, it's tiny, but devilish. I warned you to be very careful with this question. It is small but mighty. It can put you in very serious trouble. Would you mind having some tea? Yes, I would. What does the question mean? What does the answer mean? The question means, is it bad, bad, bad if you have some tea? Is it bad if you have something? In fact, generally, whenever we ask, would you mind? What we ask is it bad if you blah, blah, blah? So if you feel it is bad for you to have some tea, you would kindly say, yes, I would. Meaning that, yes, I would mind having some tea. If you think that it is not bad, that is, you want the tea, you would answer, no, I wouldn't. So if I ask you, would you mind having some tea? And you tell me, yes, I would, I will simply take my tea away. Don't query me, don't cry. All right. So if I offer you tea and if I ask you, would you mind having some tea? And you answer, no, I wouldn't, I will give you the tea. From the above explanation, which one is correct? Obviously D. D. Are you shocked? Or as it's said in Pidgin English, it shocked you? I can imagine how many people who chose option A, please give me the tea. But if you chose option A, you could as well have chosen option B. Because please give me the tea means I would appreciate the tea. And what's the problem with C? It is completely off-key. It has nothing at all to do with this. It generalizes the fact that I don't like tea. I didn't say so. The responder didn't say so. It's possible that I like tea, but I don't want it right now. I could ask for tea later. So this is off. Sentence interpretation can be very funny. All the same, I hope that you got it right. Or didn't you? Please continue to subscribe to this channel. Help us popularize it to as many people as possible. Let them come to learn English the raw way, raw in quotes. Until we meet again, this is English with Mike, proudly sponsored by Cheshire Internet Test and Training Center, Manchester, United Kingdom. See you soon.